Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the writers' strike in Hollywood. And we're going to talk about Dancing with the Stars. Apparently, Matt Walsh just walked out. He walked out of rehearsal once he realized he was crossing the picketing line.
He just realized it, even though everybody's been pointing it out and they've been picketing the show for days. He just now realized it.
Yeah, he just realized it after he went out to social media and saw all the blowback that Drew Barrymore got, and somehow the View is still on.
When his union called him, I'm like, oh, it took the union phone call? You mean all the picketing outside didn't tip you off?
Yeah. We'll talk about this. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about one. Actually, I think this is actually pretty cool. This is Seth MacFarlane, who is actually giving money to below the line workers because these people didn't ask for this, right? It just kind of landed in their laps, and a lot of people have been out of work that are not writers and actors.
Yeah, and he worked since he's done his own shows. He's worked with these people before too, like hired them himself.
Yeah, like hey, the hairdresser's out of work.
I mean, just people that are impacted by the strikes that aren't actually on strike.
Right. I have a lot of sympathy for those people because again, they didn't really have a dog in this fight, regardless of where they fall, if they support or don't support. Like they didn't ask for this. It just happened, and it's gone on a lot longer, I think, than anybody thought it was going to go on.
Expected, yeah.
They thought it'd be like a month or two, maybe, and here we are.
I'm kind of not surprised, though, because I knew the writer's room was going to be like a
Yeah, so we'll see. They're supposed to be working out a deal, hopefully tonight. As of the recording of this video, they haven't completely hammered out the details yet, but We'll talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get a woohoo if you do. So again, as of recording this video, they said they're hoping to finalize a deal Thursday night. They said they're nearing an agreement to end the Writers Guild of America strike. Now, it's not SAG-AFTRA.
No, it's only one of them.
That's only one of them. And then they're talking the video game industry's going to go on strike too.
Yeah.
So it's just all going to pile up here. The two sides met and hoped to finalize the deal on Thursday. Hope, too. While optimistic, people noted, however, if a deal's not reached, the strike could last through the end of the year. Now, I have heard that was kind of the scenario that the studios prepared for, that they were prepared for the strike to last through the end of the year. And some of them actually were secretly hopeful they would because they would save a shit ton of money. Yeah, they wouldn't have to pay people for the better part of a year. On Wednesday night, the WGA and AMP-TIP released a joint statement. The two groups met for bargaining and would meet again on Thursday. So I don't know if they've met as of recording this video or not. It's early in the afternoon here on the East Coast. But they're thinking they're going to probably put this to bed. And again, the only sticking point that I'm aware of is the writer's room.
Yeah, so, that's how it seems, yeah.
Yeah, so watch.
Well, they keep claiming they weren't getting enough money and stuff. I'm like, well...
You guys are getting a lot of money. That was a lot of money. But
well, that deal wasn't exactly what they offered.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I think at this point, it just looks ridiculous. And they probably are getting pressure from a lot of people that are on strike. They're like, hey, get this done. Just get this done because so many people are out of work and now you're canceling people and all this other crap. Speaking of which, just coming from the New York Post, this is Matt Walsh, comedian, I guess, from Dancing with the Stars. He didn't know. He exited amid writer's strikes. I walked out of my rehearsal, guys. Don't cancel me, bro.
Yeah, no, I just love this because he's talking. He's like, I was taking a pause with Dancing with the Stars until an agreement is made with WGA. I was excited to join the show and did so under the impression it was not WGA show and fell under a different agreement. This morning, when I was informed by my union, when was this today?
It was in all the tabloids. They're like, why is Disney still filming Dancing with the Stars? Why are they still doing The View?
Right. When the union told me it was considered struck work, I walked out right then. I'm going to stand with my union members. I'm the SAG and W, but you were okay when you thought it was SAG.
Yeah.
They hire a lot of actors and stuff to come in. It's weird. I didn't know, even though it was everywhere, and the Drew Barrymore was getting canceled everywhere, and I somehow had no clue at all. And I walked past everybody striking outside. I didn't even notice because I went in the back.
Yeah, look, Their picketing shows that I don't even think they really had a right to picket. I mean, the Drew Barrymore thing is a huge issue because she said she was coming back to the best of my knowledge, without her writers. Bill Maher coming back without his writers, and they were just going to move ahead because mostly it was a talk show. And the daytime talk shows, especially, they're not covered by this agreement. You're allowed to have the talk show. Now, the people that they would get on would not be allowed, as I understand it, to talk about recent movies or whatever they did. So you basically are like, yeah, hey, my kids had Cheerios today, and then the other one shit his pants. Can we talk?
Let's talk about that.
Can we talk about that? Can we get like 20 minutes out of that? No? Okay. So that might have been part of it too. It might have been like, who the hell are we going to get on? Because they can't talk about anything. And that was Bill Maher too. They're like, who the hell is he actually going to get on as a guest? But I just think it's funny. It's like, I didn't know.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Oopsie doopsie.
Maybe he didn't, but I don't see how you cannot.
You're telling me when you're like, hey, I'm going to go on Dancing with the Stars, that he didn't get concerned trolls coming to him being like, hey, Matt, yeah, just so you know.
And how did the union know to call him unless someone went to the union and told him?
Yeah, he got narked on. No need to announce it, just leave. It's not like anyone cares anyway. So stunning and brave, big deal. Not all heroes wear capes. He looks better on his podcast. Oh my God. Yeah. So people are like, oh my God, dude. Yeah. He just wants to look, this is all about posturing. He just wants to make sure that, he's one of the good guys.
Well, someone would have had to go tell his union. They called him today, published today. This morning, if it was yesterday, he walked out, but this stuff has been going on. We've been covering it. People were already picketing, The View and Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. Right. That's like,
I don't. Mm-hmm, sure, Jan.
Oh my God. Here he said, beyond our union artists, I am sensitive to the many people impacted by the strike, and I hope for a speedy and fair resolution. Beep, boop, boop. And to one day work again. Just leave it at that. With all the wonderful people I met Dancing with the Stars who tolerated my dancing. So apparently, dancing on Dancing with the Stars is considered struck work.
Apparently.
Dancing badly. So just
apparently there's writers.
Apparently they're writers. I didn't know. I mean, this seems like something that would not be scripted.
Do they count the person that puts the stuff in the teleprompter with people's names, writers?
That might be. It might be as simple as that. It might be. Like, just read off this teleprompter. Oh, that was the WGA writer that wrote the, but that's okay, because come next year, it might be WriteBot 2000 or something. It depends on what they get. Now, this I'll actually give Seth MacFarlane props for. This has been the one thing that we've really, we brought up a couple of times in videos regarding the situation, is that there are a lot of people who are out of work that are not writers or actors. They're just doing their jobs in Hollywood, and they're out of work now. So this fund that he's donated to, and he's not asking you to donate to it, is he? It's not like Oprah. Like, hey guys,
yeah, and The Rock,
give a bunch of money. He gave 10 million and 15 million, I think.
He gave 5, and I think they gave another 5.
Oh, okay. They gave anyway. They said the funds have distributed more than 7.4 million to more than 3,500 film and TV workers, including writing assistants, production assistants, key grips, gaffers, lighting and sound designers, script supervisors, people working in craft services, hair and makeup professionals, wardrobe, and others. I agree with that. I think that if you're going to give money, I think give it to the people who don't have anything. Because when they turn it back on, and it sounds like they're going to turn Hollywood back on here pretty soon. Hollywood's been turned on for a long time. But when they turn it back on, these people are probably not going to make any more money than they were before the strikes. No. Now they've got like 4 or 5 months of debt that they have
on top of it.
Right. I'd be pissed. Because you guys went on strike, I lost my damn house.
Yeah, now I'm not making enough money to pay off the back stuff to catch up and get,
Yeah, we've been there. We know what it's like.
Yes, we have.
Like, you get behind. It is really hard to catch up, because you almost have to make twice as much money to make up for the months you didn't have work.
But they're not gonna.
They're not going to, but at least he's doing what he can do. So anyway, we're going to wrap this one up. Just thought it was kind of funny that he's like, oh, guys, I got to put out a statement. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to do that. Whoopsie doopsie. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.